AB Silicon Valley Proptech Association in San Francisco, California. Today is a very exciting day for the Proptech enthusiasts around the world, and that is because the Proptechbuzz app is finally here. And what can I say about Proptechbuzz? Not only succeeded in a very short period of time to be this go-to global dynamic marketplace and platform where you can launch your product, look for the right investors, where you can connect with VCs, or you can find customers for your products in different markets around the globe. But it's also a thriving community. And that means you can find your next business partner or your mentor on the same platform, or your friend. So congratulations to Ravi and Proptechbuzz team, and let's connect there. See you on the Proptechbuzz app. Bye.
Hey there. There's an exciting new app launching today, Proptechbuzz, that is bringing global PropTech ecosystem to your fingertips. The app is a marketplace to discover thousands of PropTech products, a community to connect to global PropTech leaders, participate in dozens of communities around the world, as well as explore PropTech conferences globally. The app is actually what we in the PropTech industry were looking for, and it's finally there. Congratulations to the team. We at Anacity, of course, have launched our products there. If you're in product or in PropTech, you must launch your products too. Thank you.
Hi, there is an exciting new app launching today, Proptechbuzz, and that is bringing global PropTech ecosystem to your fingertips. The app is a marketplace to discover thousands of PropTech products, a community to connect to global PropTech leaders, participate in dozens of communities around the world, and explore PropTech conferences around the world. And my congratulations to the Proptechbuzz team. And we aspire PropTech Fund, looking forward to interact with a lot of PropTechs from the platform. And congratulations once again, the Proptechbuzz team.
Hello friends, Proptechbuzz has just launched an app that brings the global PropTech ecosystem right to your fingertips. Whether you are looking to discover thousands of PropTech products, connect with industry leaders, or explore global PropTech events, this app has it all. Big congrats to Mr. Ravi and to the entire Proptechbuzz team. By the way, we at reality.io have our products featured there too. If you are in PropTech, you should definitely join us. We are on the app and can't wait to connect with you there. Thanks a ton.
Hello, there's an exciting new app being launched called Proptechbuzz that's bringing global PropTech ecosystems to your fingertips. The app is a marketplace to discover thousands of PropTech products like ours. It's also a community to connect to global PropTech players, to participate in a dozen of communities around the world and explore various conferences. My big congratulations to the PropTech team for all the work that they have done. We at Your Own Room have launched their product. If you are a PropTech player, you may also want to consider launching them. We're on the app and we look forward to connecting more and more PropTech players as we build the next generation of PropTech services and look for synergies with our partners. All the best, PropTech team.
Hi, there's an exciting app that's getting launched today. It's called Proptechbuzz. It's a global marketplace for all PropTech related products in one place. So if you are connected with the PropTech industry in any manner, Proptechbuzz is the app for you to download. Congratulations to the Proptechbuzz team. I just want to let you all know that PropCheck, my company PropCheck, is also a part of Proptechbuzz. And if you haven't already joined the Proptechbuzz community, do it right now. Be there or be square.
Hey everyone, I'm excited to announce the launch of Proptechbuzz, a new app for the PropTech industry that is bringing the PropTech community to your fingertips. It's a marketplace to connect with PropTech leaders, launch your products, find out about conferences and more all around the world. So congratulations to the PropTech team. We're excited to be part of this launch with you. We launched our products here and we think you should too. So congratulations, and we're on the app and we hope to see you all there soon.
Hello everybody, I am so excited to announce that the Proptechbuzz app is finally launching today. How exciting. This is a marketplace to find anything PropTech all over the world. If you are looking to launch your own PropTech innovation, this is the place to do it. Congratulations to Ravi and the team. This is something that we've been looking for as PropTech innovators. We are also at Agent Profiles. We'll be launching our own PropTech innovation on the Proptechbuzz app. We are very excited for that. So to anyone that has a PropTech innovation going on, come on board. If you're looking for anything PropTech solution, come on board as well. This is exciting, and I'm very, very, very happy that the PropTech industry is finally getting the recognition and the support that it so badly needs. Thank you.
I'm Saurabh, founder and CEO of UST Living. So today is a special day. PropTech, which used to be a web-only platform, have finally launched their app today. And Ravi, congratulations to you and your team. It's really coming well. Why I'm supporting PropTech, to be honest, I guess this is one of the community, or a web-based platform, which now also an app, wherein not only you can explore thousands of conferences in PropTech in your region or across the globe, but also can connect with lots of global leaders. It's apart from finding thousands of PropTech products as well as features, which generally you don't get under the one roof. So, if you are from PropTech or a content industry, do install and explore this and see it for yourself. Thanks, Ravi. Thank you, PropTech team. It came really well, and really excited to be part of this. And let's build more communities and products which this world, property, and this ecosystem needs. So thanks a lot. Thank you, guys.
Hi, there's an exciting new app launching today, Proptechbuzz, that is bringing global PropTech ecosystems to your fingertips. The app is a marketplace to discover thousands of PropTech products, a community to connect to the global PropTech leaders, participate in a dozen of communities across the world, and to explore PropTech conferences across the globe. Congratulations to Proptechbuzz team. We at Kalido have launched our products there. If you are in PropTech, you must launch your product too.
Hello everyone, Alina Ebi, Silicon Valley PropTech Association in San Francisco, California. Today is a very exciting day for the PropTech enthusiasts around the world. And that is because the Proptechbuzz app is finally here. And what can I say about Proptechbuzz? Not only succeeded in a very short period of time to be this go-to global dynamic marketplace and platform where you can launch your product, look for the right investors, where you can connect with VCs, or you can find customers for your products in different markets around the globe. But it's also a thriving community. And that means you can find your next business partner or your mentor on the same platform, or your friend. So congratulations to Ravi and Proptechbuzz team, and let's connect there. See you on the Proptechbuzz app. Bye.
Hey there. There is an exciting new app launching today, Proptechbuzz, that is bringing global PropTech ecosystem to your fingertips. The app is a marketplace to discover thousands of PropTech products, a community to connect to global PropTech leaders, participate in dozens of communities around the world, as well as explore PropTech conferences globally. The app is actually what we in the PropTech industry were looking for, and it's finally there. Congratulations to the team. We at Anacity, of course, have launched our products there. If you're in product or in PropTech, you must launch your products too. Thank you.
Hi, there is an exciting new app launching today, Proptechbuzz, and that is bringing global PropTech ecosystem to your fingertips. The app is a marketplace to discover thousands of PropTech products, a community to connect to global PropTech leaders, participate in dozens of communities around the world, and explore PropTech conferences around the world. And my congratulations to the Proptechbuzz team. And we aspire PropTech Fund, looking forward to interact with a lot of PropTechs from the platform. And congratulations once again, the Proptechbuzz team.
Hello friends, Proptechbuzz has just launched an app that brings the global PropTech ecosystem right to your fingertips. Whether you are looking to discover thousands of PropTech products, connect with industry leaders, or explore global PropTech events, this app has it all. Big congrats to Mr. Ravi and to the entire Proptechbuzz team. By the way, we at reality.io have our products featured there too. If you are in PropTech, you should definitely join us. We are on the app and can't wait to connect with you there. Thanks a ton.
Hello, there's an exciting new app being launched called Proptechbuzz that's bringing global PropTech ecosystems to your fingertips. The app is a marketplace to discover thousands of PropTech products like ours. It's also a community to connect to global PropTech players, to participate in a dozen of communities around the world and explore various conferences. My big congratulations to the PropTech team for all the work that they have done. We at Your Own Room have launched their product. If you're a PropTech player, you may also want to consider launching them. We're on the app and we look forward to connecting more and more PropTech players as we build the next generation of PropTech services and look for synergies with our partners. All the best, PropTech team.
Hi, there's an exciting app that's getting launched today. It's called Proptechbuzz. It's a global marketplace for all PropTech related products in one place. So if you are connected with the PropTech industry in any manner, Proptechbuzz is the app for you to download. Congratulations to the Proptechbuzz team. I just want to let you all know that PropCheck, my company PropCheck, is also a part of Proptechbuzz. And if you haven't already joined the Proptechbuzz community, do it right now. Be there or be square.
Hey everyone, I'm excited to announce the launch of Proptechbuzz, a new app for the PropTech industry that is bringing the PropTech community to your fingertips. It's a marketplace to connect with PropTech leaders, launch your products, find out about conferences and more all around the world. So congratulations to the PropTech team. We're excited to be part of this launch with you. We launched our products here and we think you should too. So congratulations, and we're on the app and we hope to see you all there soon.
Hello, everybody. I am so excited to announce that the Proptechbuzz app is finally launching today. How exciting! This is a marketplace to find anything PropTech all over the world. If you are looking to launch your own PropTech innovation, this is the place to do it. Congratulations to Ravi and the team. This is something that we've been looking for as PropTech innovators. We are also at Agent Profiles. We'll be launching our own PropTech innovation on the Proptechbuzz app. We are very excited for that. So to anyone that has a
team, it's really coming well.
Hello everyone. I am Olivia Rizvi from Proptechbuzz. Thank you for joining us today on the occasion of our mobile app launch to help serve the global PropTech community better. Before we begin, here are some housekeeping instructions. We want this event to be engaging and not just a one-way broadcast, and hence we will be taking several of your comments and questions. And so, please leave your comments and questions on our global live chat stream chat.proptechbuzz.com. And that is not the last time you will be hearing this URL today, chat.proptechbuzz.com. We look forward to hearing from you on the Global PropTech channel. It's the one right on the top. We will try to answer all questions and comments that we receive in the following hour. Let me now take you through the agenda for the evening. The welcome address by our CEO, Ravi, a peek into last year's journey, followed by our much awaited app launch. We will then share the future vision and roadmap for PropTechBuzz, provide new leadership updates, panel discussion with our esteemed chief guests, and finally, the event wrap up. And so, without taking any more of your time, I would like to hand the presentation over to our founder and CEO, Mr. Ravi Kumar Sapata. Thank you.
Hello. Are we breaking the internet today or what? The last time internet broke was when Elon Musk interviewed Trump on Twitter the other day. This morning, when I was panicking if the launch would go fine, my team gave me a hack. And they said, if the launch goes great, we will anyways have a party. But if the launch fails, we can always say that the launch was so popular and so many people signed up that the servers melted. I must tell you, I have a smart team. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from people from different time zones of the world. Welcome to PropTechBuzz's annual event, which also happens to be the day we launch our app. Thank you, everybody who is joining this live today. Exactly a year ago, we had our inaugural event when we had launched PropTechBuzz web platform. And we are back with year 2, and we will have such annual events every year. 2025 will be a physical event. Yes, every passing year we get bigger and better. And I promise it will be one of its kind. Not on scale maybe, but in substance definitely. Olivia shared the housekeeping stuff for the event today, but I will repeat the most important housekeeping instruction, which is chat.proptechbuzz.com. Open chat.proptechbuzz.com and leave your questions and comments there at the topmost channel called Global PropTech. With the help of my team, we will pick all your questions and answer all your questions from there during the course of this live session. There is also incentive for all of you to engage. And the incentive is the question or the post that gets maximum likes will get a $100 gift card from us. We will announce the winner at the end of the session. Gracing the occasion today, we have some very special guests taking their precious time out and joining from all around the world, and we cannot appreciate them enough. We have with us Giri Devanur, founder CEO of Realpha and 2 times NASDAQ listed founder, Kevin Green, SVP, General Manager, CoreLogic. We have Matt Knight, serial PropTech investor, Amy Polvedo, chairwoman, US PropTech Council, Abhimanyu Bisht, operating partner, Spire PropTech Venture Fund, all the way from India, Chris Moreno, fondly called Mr. PropTech, entrepreneur and serial investor, Heath Elias, VP of serial Pearl certification, Lady Vicky, founder of Grepa and founder of the first MLS exchange, all the way from Africa. Sarah Scarborough Graham, founder CEO of 6 Dots Consulting. Kareem Halal, founder CEO of ProTenders and founding board member of Dubai PropTech Business Group. We will give elaborate introductions to each of them before the panel discussion, but I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart that you could make time for this session here. PropTechBuzz as an idea started 2 years ago. It started as a YouTube channel. It was a YouTube podcast. We had interviewed over 150 PropTech leaders from around the world. And the seed for building global PropTech ecosystem germinated from those conversations. The only place where global PropTech ecosystem came together till now were local conferences, LinkedIn, or local WhatsApp groups. Now, while LinkedIn is great, it didn't solve the custom and unique needs of this unique industry. And that's when we set out to build PropTechBuzz with a mission to bring global PropTech ecosystem to your fingertips. And that's exactly our mission, to bring global PropTech ecosystem to your fingertips with the help of this app. Last year has been a fantastic ride for us. The mission was Herculean. When I say Herculean, it's because to bring the global PropTech to your fingertips with a small team of 6 people, are you kidding me? But as Margaret Mead once said, never underestimate the power of small group of committed people to change the world. In fact, it is the only thing that ever has. So let me share with you what this small group of committed people have accomplished in the last 12 months. In the last 12 months, we have launched over 1,000 products globally on our platform. From startups to NASDAQ listed public companies, large companies, House Canary launched just last week. MRI Software reached out last week. Inbound, we never approached them. We crawled and crept. Let me just share this with you. Yeah. So we got around all these products that launched on our platform. We gave them massive eyeballs. So it's not about listing. We're different from listing, right? So you launch your products there. When you launch, we go all in and we promote your products. And as a result, we give you a lot of eyeballs. As you can see here, Ask the Agent, one of our fondest team and the company, we launched them and they were able to garner around 46,000 views to their product pages. So this is something that we did for all the launches on our platform. We have close to 5,000 members, 5,000 plus members on this platform, out of which 500 plus are VIPs. VIPs are CEOs, CXOs, investors on this platform. And as you can see, in the last 12 months, when we began, we were crawling and crept for months. But with persistence and patience, we moved. And today our efforts are compounding and hit 15,000 traffic every week now. And from now on, you're going to watch this rise from here on. I want to thank my team who has worked so hard to help us achieve these milestones. So some other milestones, we are on LinkedIn, more than 22,000 followers. On Instagram, we have 16,000 followers. On our email list that goes to 12,000 plus 12,000 subscribers. And on YouTube, we are 1,600 subscribers. Our media house has covered more than 1,000 global PropTech stories from all around the world. We just write about technology powering the built world. We don't write about real estate. There is enough content about real estate, but we write only about technologies powering the real estate. And we have also done well with Mr. Google. We have a very high domain authority here. Let me just show you what we have been able to achieve with our domain. So let me share my screen here. Share screen. So FSBO is one of the early companies that launched with us. And we gave them a launch, we wrote about them, and I did a quick search for FSBO. Now, as you would expect, yes, FSBO's website is right at the top. That is something that we expect. Their LinkedIn page is also right on the top. And the third, as you can see here, the third is PropTechBuzz's product page. That's coming right at the top. And then Crunchbase. And then we wrote an article for them that is coming right after that. Okay, it is beating some of the traditional big media houses like PR Newswire, like Newspress, like Inman. Inman has traditionally been a big media house, and it has beaten all of them because we have achieved a very good reputation for Google, and that's why Google brings us right to the top. So let me go back to where we were. Also, we have a very good for certain keywords, we are performing really, really well. Like we are number one when you search for AI in PropTech. PropTechBuzz is the number one result. When you search for PropTech news, we are number two in result. When you search for PropTech trends, we are number three in Google results. And then location-based results are also great. We are in PropTech UAE, we are number one. When you search for PropTech India, we are number one. Search for PropTech New Zealand, we are number one. And not just that, if you search for your profiles, I have given two examples here. Amy Gorsey, who is the CEO of RE Distribute, she launched her product on our platform. If you search for Amy Gorsey after LinkedIn, her profile on PropTechBuzz comes as a result. So that means your profile page on PropTechBuzz is given high authority on the web. So if you're creating your profiles on our platform, make sure you look good on PropTechBuzz. Similarly, Adrian Danila, again, I'm going to talk about him as well. We searched for him after his LinkedIn profile. PropTechBuzz's LinkedIn profile came on search. Not just that, when you search for your products, our products also appear right at the top. And as you can see, the ratings and the number of votes. So when you launch your product on our platform, the community votes for the product, right? And the number of votes also start appearing in Google results. And that's why we explain to all the people who launch the products on our platform to ensure you get good number of votes, because your reputation is reflecting on Google as well. So as you can see here, TrueMe visitor management system is 5-star ratings and 18 votes. And not just that, I'm going to share again something which is very important. Discussion boards on our platform are getting indexed by Google. So let me just show you a discussion board here. Next frontier in real estate scams, right? So I'm going to share here. Let me see. I'm not sure. Add to stage. Yeah. So it says next frontier in real estate scams. I think there's a mistake here. No, definitely I made a mistake here. Okay. So when you type next frontier in real estate scams, what it does is it shows the discussion board on our platform that appears by Google. So what Google is doing is all the discussions that are happening on our platform, it also shows as number one on Google. So not just products, not just profile pages, but the discussion boards is also getting indexed, just like Reddit is getting indexed by Google. Excellent. And what does the community say about us? So as I said, our community is a year old now. And some of the people have flattering remarks about our platform. Here is Jacob, who says, your website is the best PropTech networking platform. I don't think I've seen anything like this before. And then there are lots of people who said, this is exactly what I felt was missing. I wasn't aware yet, but it's a great and valuable resource, and so on. Now it's the time for our app launch. So step back and relax. Put your volume on high. We are going to play our app video. I hope I'm doing the right stuff here. No, not this. I have a lot of things. Yeah. All right. So if the video was really fast, you can go to our LinkedIn page. We have already uploaded the video if you want to watch this video all over again. In the meantime, what I'm going to do next is add to stage. All right. If that video was very fast, you could rewind that video again, and you can go to LinkedIn and you can watch the video there. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly take you through our app. The web app, actually, because many of you are still not familiar with the web, and then I will quickly go through the mobile app as well. So as you can see here, we have products, we launch products almost every day. As you can see, these are the number of people who are online now. So we have very popular today. Usually there are like 3 rows online, but today there are 7 rows today. So it's a popular day. So many people have logged in today. When it comes to products and categories, we have around we intend to have around 85 categories and subcategories, from co-living and short-term rentals, multifamily homes, single-family homes, and you can go there and you can look at their subcategories, and you can look at the products there. What we also have is a category page. Let me just show you how a category page looks like. Okay, so this is how category page looks like. It is a family, and you will see products from all over the globe, and then you can filter based on the countries, and then you can have look what products in which countries. And then if you have questions, okay, we have brought in the discussion forums embedded right there. So if you come in here and you're still confused, you can always post questions. Like, for example, you can say, hey, I am so if you see here, immediate help needed choosing the right ESG reporting framework. You can put in your question here, and the community answers. So here, Wouter, who is from the Netherlands, he saw a question and he jumped in and he says, hey, try DeepKey or Scalar. So this is the kind of proactiveness that the community offers. And not just that, this notifications goes out to all these companies. That means whenever there is a lead coming in and asking a question, all the companies, they get notified saying that, hey, there is a question on ESG, would you want to answer? And people come in and they ask questions, and the marketing and the sales team can engage with them, so that eventually maybe you turn them into a customer. So that is just wanted to give you a quick update on how what we are doing this. And for every category we have discussions, okay, and those discussions appear in context with that category, so that you're not lost. These discussions are only discussions meant for ESG reporting, okay. So that's how it is. And you can also, the industry is mired by knowledge gap, right? And you can see FAQs, knowledge hub, bias guide, and so on. So this is what the product. I do not want to do a deep dive because we have a lot to pack today. I'm going to go back to presenting the app. I'm not going to do from my app live, because that would be really time consuming. For some reason it does not work. But if you have your own app, you can try it out yourself. Okay, for some reason this does not work today. Let me try that again. No, it doesn't work. Let's proceed, guys. Install the app at your own comfort and explore the app. Okay, we do not have so feature parity between the web and the mobile today is not one to one. In the upcoming days, you will see a lot of features from the web, and we will be, say, mobile first version of our platform. That's how we intend to be. All right, excellent. So let's move on. Get it on App Store, get it on Play Store, install the app, and see for yourself. As I said, our mission is to bring the global PropTech ecosystem to your fingertips. Primarily, what is the problem that we are trying to solve globally, right? So the problem is this. The problem is that organizes the fragmented global PropTech offerings. As I just showed you when I was demoing, our mission is to flatten the world, because it's fragmented. To flatten the world, a great tech innovation, say emerging out of Nigeria, should not have to wait for a decade before it thinks of going to US, right? So that is the challenge because of this fragmented global PropTech offerings. So what we have done is we have organized the different categories, and because if you often see people publish images or PDFs of market maps. So what we have done is we have digitized those market maps. When you see the market map for any ecosystem, you can go and click on the market maps, and you can go and have conversations right there with the founders, with the CEOs, right there on the platform. So that is the power of what we offer. The next thing is transcends geographical limitations. I think this is the same thing that I was repeating. That means innovation from Nigeria or in India should not have to wait for many years before it can go to the US or to the UK. And that is something that we want to break by this platform. The next thing is it democratizes technology. So what it means, it levels the playing field in a lot of ways. What does leveling the playing field mean? Today, only companies that have big cash reserves, they can go and splurge in conferences and big booths and make their presence felt, right? But I was in a call with a CEO of a large company, and he was so pissed that we placed a smaller startup in the similar category with a large company. And he was so pissed. He said that, hey, so it was demeaning for him to be placed in the same bracket as a startup. And my question is, who decides which is a better product? The market decides which is a better product. It's the merit of the product, and who decides which is better. The reviews of customers decide which is the better, right? It's not who gets the biggest booth in a conference or who has the biggest marketing budget to splurge. And that's exactly what we want. We want to democratize technology. And the last one is accelerates tech education for the industry, which as I mentioned, if the entire community comes together and sees what are the products, what are the conversations around the products, because we have brought them together, then you accelerate the tech education for that industry. And it is good, because this industry faces a big problem of tech adoption. The slowest tech adoption happens in real estate, and that is something that we want to solve. Here's my friend Ivan, CEO of Build API, and he said this post, which became very popular. He said that, imagine if you had to attend an Apple or Google conference to find an app for your smartphone. Sounds ridiculous, isn't it? Will there be an app store for PropTech solutions that can be discovered and bought without endless demos, customization pilots, and 2-year rollout? Will we ever see something similar in real estate? And here we are building exactly that. It creates a global village, which is something that I wanted to share with you here. So here is, let me just show what I meant with a global village quickly. So here is Uday, and Uday says customer education. Okay, so this is the biggest example that one can have on what a global village means. So let me quickly open. So here is Uday. Uday is asking a question saying that he is vexed by the problem of customer education. It is so hard to train his customer who are relatively new to the market. And here comes the global village to help him out. Here is James from the US offering his help to Uday, who is from India. And then Uday thanks him. And then there is Sean, who is from Africa. He also offers his help to Uday. And then there is Scott from US, who offers his help to Uday. And then there is Colleen from Germany, who offers his help to Uday. And this is what we want to do with the concept of global village, because today people find it really hard to converse, and LinkedIn is not always the best place because the context of that industry is missing. So that's an example of global village. And then we have impacted, like this is an example which came from a startup CEO who came to me and says that she was panicking and she wanted to find a buyer within 2 weeks because their investors had backed out. And what we did was, within 48 hours, we were able to give her a room where she got, within 48, we were able to sit in the room with the billionaire founder of one of the largest co-working brands in the world. And that's how the power of global village is. And she was from Germany, and this was in the US. So several other instances of global collaboration on display as well. What we also offer is, and this is, we also help people find the co-founders, CEOs, and so on. So this is a VIP room only meant for VIPs, which is CXOs, CEOs. Non-VIPs do not get access to this room because we wanted to create a safe space for them. Like LinkedIn does not have such a private room, and we have created that room. We have also gotten more than 250 DMs exchanged on our platform in the last several months, and that's how it is. Safe space for CEOs, as I mentioned. This is the VIP room. So if you are a CEO, CXO, investors, please apply for VIPs and we will give you access. You don't have to pay anything for this. And then there is the incognito VIP room. There are conversations which are hard, which you do not want to reveal your identity. We have created an incognito room where your identities are masked. If you saw my product video, promo video, you could have seen that. And the next, the most exciting part is about building communities, right? So we encountered in our conversation that there are many community leaders who struggle to create their communities, either for lack of infrastructure because they are siloed. We have invested in building the world's best infrastructure for community building. You can build and grow your community and even monetize your community through subscriptions. Siloed communities on Slack and Circles are great, but it misses the context of the industry. You cannot promote your community to the global ecosystem, right? Slack, Circles not very effective, and that's why we have built communities within the platform so that you can promote your community across the industry, and we will help you promote your community as well. So some examples of community. Very happy to say, Lady Vicky was generous that the first MLS for Africa, Exchange MLS, is now launched as a community on our platform. So very, very happy about that. Next is Amy Pulvedo was very generous also. She was one of the first community leaders who launched her community, US PropTech Council, also on our platform. So that was quite good. Now that we have the mobile app, our community adoption will be friction-free as well. We have a BEFO Group global community also of Madite from South Africa. We also did a conference, Recite Summit, and so on. So my plea is, if you are a community builder, okay, come and build your community on our platform. In the coming weeks, we are launching around 20 new communities. So if you are a consultant, build your community on our platform. If you are a PropTech company and you want to build a community with your customers, build it on our platform. If you are a VC, then you can also build your community with your portfolio companies. If you are an accelerator, you can build your community on our platform as well. Everybody is welcome to create communities. That is how it is. We also, as I said, this industry does not have a town square. The proverbial town square where the industry comes in and has conversation. And that's exactly why we created chat.proptechbuzz.com. We imagine that this is the place where the global ecosystem comes, and they can have conversations on multiple. If you are sitting on the front of your computer, you can open chat.proptechbuzz.com and you can have multiple conversations on different channels. We'll be adding more and more channels. You can pin your favorite channels. You can create your own custom channels, and you can have conversations on web and on desktop. In the coming a few quarters, you will be able to also download this as an installable on your desktop as well. Quickly, I'm gonna go through the roadmap for the next 4 weeks. As I said, we are big on community. So if you're a community leader, you will also be able to monetize your community through our platform. That means you will be able to create a very good landing page. You can actually talk about what this community is, and people will be able to subscribe to this community with a subscription fee. Like, for example, here it is $97 per month, and that is something that infrastructure is offered by us for consultants, for companies, for individuals, and so on. We are also coming up in the next 4 weeks. We are coming up with a conference management app. That means you don't need to have a third-party conference management app, which people download and then delete after the conference gets over, because it's a siloed app. Why would you want it? But people would want to have the conference management app because they are part of that ecosystem, right? So you can build you can use the same conference management app services from us. The next thing that we are building is Power Search. As you can see here, when you click on property management, you will be able to see the categories, the products, the discussions, the articles, and so on. We are also introducing country portals. So while tech is boundaryless, but it is still bought by real estate owners who have limited geographies, right? And so while you can search globally, but many a times the interests are local. And that's why in the next 4 weeks, you will see we will launch country portals for almost every country in the world. That means proptechbuzz.com/UK, proptechbuzz.com/USA, proptechbuzz.com/UAE. And you will be able to see all the products and the ecosystem there within that. So we are giving a localized portal view of that country, and we're also giving you a global view where you can search. You can do global searches as well. We are also revamping product landing pages. That means, as you saw in our promo video, you will be able to see the product pages. You will be able to go and talk with conversations with the founders. If it is a large company, you can talk to the head of sales, head of marketing. You can have conversations right there. You can compare between two products. You can look at product reviews. You can compare. You can download fact sheets, prices, and so on. So that is something that we are also improving. Our product landing pages are already good, but we will revamp it and make it even more better. We have already created VC pages, but now we are also creating consultant pages as well. So if you are a VC and you want to present yourself well, we are creating exciting VC pages where you can showcase why you are better, what's your value proposition, why you are better than other VCs, and so on. And same is the case with consultants. We are also coming up with influencer scores because we do not believe in followers. We believe our scores will be unique. That means we want to give you scores on how helpful or impactful you have been to the PropTech ecosystem. So we are calling them as helpfulness scores. So that is something that we are also coming up, which would be very, very unique. We also have a channel called Feature Requests, so new features on Proptechbuzz. So if you open your app, you can go to new features and you can propose what features you want on our platform, because we want to be led by the community and we do not want to build it in a silo. With that, I want to make a plea here, and the plea is quite personal, because what we are building is not something that we are building for the first time. There are other attempts made by people earlier, but they had to shut shop because they could not sustain ourselves. My question to all the community, global community, is if you see sincerity in our efforts, my only plea is to not let this idea die. We don't make money on the platform. The platform primarily is free. We make money on our marketing services. And I would urge you to take our marketing services, because you would have seen in the last 1 year, we have built a really massive growth organization with zero marketing dollars. That means we know a thing or two about marketing. So we offer that as marketing services to all our customers, and you can talk to our existing customers and they would tell you. And we are 10 times less expensive than any of the large conferences who charge tens of thousands of dollars, right? So conferences give great value, but digital platforms like us are complementary to conference. So your booths in the conference, they attract visitors only during the conference dates. But our platform gives you visitors around the clock, even while you are asleep, because as I showed you, we get a lot of Google traffic, okay? And we give that traffic to your product pages. So for that, take our marketing services so that we can sustain and we can be independent, because we do not want VCs to define the future of our platform. We want to become independent. We want to be community led and not VC led. So yeah, please take our marketing services so that we keep the platform as free as possible, and we serve you with our marketing services, and we also build the entire ecosystem, which is community led and not be driven by what a certain VC wants. So that is how it is, and we do a hell of a good job at marketing. We have grown our company massively, as I just showed. So please go to growth.proptechbuzz.com and book a demo of our marketing services, and you can talk to all our existing customers, and they will tell you how good we are. Give us a try. Great. With that, let me make some announcements here. So there are some management changes in our company. Not changes, actually. These are improvements. As the company is setting to scale newer heights, we need more able shoulders to take the journey ahead. And hence, we are announcing 2 new additions to Proptechbuzz's leadership team. Chris Moreno, who joins us as Director of US Operations. Chris is a partner at Infinite Niches and Director at Proptechbuzz. He's also known as Mr. PropTech. Atlanta-based entrepreneur, investor, advisor, and podcast host. 20 years plus focused in real estate, enterprise, logistics, development, climate, and tech space. He has founded and scaled and invested in multiple companies. And also on deck, he actively speaks and contributes to discussions focused on the built world, development, and climate with the National Apartment Association, National Multifamily Housing Council, Urban Land Institute, National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals, Hispanic Wealth Project, and serves on the board of the Chastain Park Conservancy in Atlanta. We could not have gotten a better fit for this role, and I absolutely loved the first time I spoke to him several months ago. I wanted him on my podcast, and he left an indelible mark. So the first thing when I wanted somebody for this role, I reached out to him, and he was kind enough and generous. We are so lucky to have him here. So that's Chris, and we have a second. Oops, sorry, I read this without the slide. And the second person who is joining the leadership is Adrian C. Danila. Again, one of my favorite persons in the world. He's joining us as Chief of Global Multifamily Operations. We have big ambitions on multifamily. And Chris, you could not find a better candidate than Chris for this. He's a distinguished public speaker, former multifamily executive, entrepreneur specializing in maintenance management services. His influence extends well beyond industry experience, serving both as an EPA proctor and a prominent authority in property management. And his academic backgrounds adds a unique dimension to his expertise as well. In 2023, August, he founded the Multifamily X Consulting, and as a full-time entrepreneur, he leverages over 2 decades of multifamily expertise. As I said, we have big ambitions on multifamily. We could not find a better fit than him to grow our ambitions in multifamily as well. With that, I hand over the reins to Chris. I know I think I've gone overboard, but hey, Chris, let me give you the reins, and you can.
Hey, no problem, Ravi. How are you? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, Chris. Again, congratulations, Chris. And
appreciate it. All right, let's rock and roll. We're going to dive. Good job there. But I do want to dive right in. Speakers coming up for our amazing expert panel. So everyone's coming up on screen. So as they do, I'm going to do a little bit of quick bios. We'll just do one-liners. We've got. Oh, there we go. So first off, I'm going to introduce. We got Matt Knight, who's not only a PropTech investor, but specialized in early stage technology. Runs the PropTech Angel Group, a nonprofit foundation for innovation in real estate. And make sure you put your mics on mute. Sounds like we have some noise in the background. So if you're not speaking, we got a lot of people on stage. Go ahead and hit that little mute button on the left side there. Thank you very much, guys. So that's first off, Matt Knight. Welcome to the stage, Matt. How are you doing?
I'm terrific. How are you?
Awesome. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm going to go ahead and run through the bios of everyone here real quick, and then I'm going to ask some questions of our panel. Next, we've got Kevin Green, seasoned real estate technology professional, incredible track record in startups and Fortune 500 companies. And I'm going to dive into some of the folks' background, what they're working on. Next, we have Amy Polvato. She's the chairwoman of the U.S. PropTech Council and founder and CEO of Facilmax. She spent a lot of time vertically integrating real estate private equity firm with over $1 billion in assets. Also just a great person who brings people together, building strong community. Want to mention next, we have Abhimanyu Bisht, the PropTech and Impact VC and the head of investments of Spire VC. So awesome career spanning over a decade. Working with tech founders and really strong background. And one of the things I want to impart here, when Ravi brought me in, especially for this panel, to really be able to bring people who have a unique background. So we have people from all over the world on this call, which is exciting. Next, we have Heather Elias with over 20 years of experience in the industry. She's the CEO of Artisan Consulting and works with all types of companies and has solid experience with NAR. She has an amazing background in certifications as well, but really building up a great company with Artisan and an amazing following on social. So all of these people right now, make sure you follow them on LinkedIn because everyone has a great profile there. Next, we have Lady Vicky Sampa, an MBA, MSRE, and thought leader in real estate, PropTech, and FinTech. And I know that Ravi shared a little bit about her earlier. Next, Kareem Halal, the co-founder and CEO of ProTenders, Inc., accomplished entrepreneur, multiple founders, but one of the largest B2B construction platforms in the Middle East, which is pretty incredible. So looking forward to hearing more there. We have Giri Devanur, the founder and CEO of Re Alpha, and on the NASDAQ as AIR, and built up a great business. He's received the E&Y Entrepreneur of the Year Award and mentors at Columbia University as well. And funny enough, Giri is also the author of Nothing to NASDAQ. So looking forward to hearing more. And last but not least, my good friend, Sarah Scarborough Graham, who's the founder and CEO at Six Dots Consulting. Strong background working with both multiple development companies, management companies in the real estate space. So with that, I want to dive straight into some questions. I'm going to kick it off with Sarah, since you were last to be introduced here. Love to hear a little bit about maybe your superpower in the real estate space, and maybe how it's sharing your success and how you're paying it forward with others.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Excited to be here. So superpower, I think for me, is being able to connect the dots across marketing, operations, and technology to really drive meaningful growth in multifamily, which is the space I've spent 25 years in. Over those 25 years, I've developed a really strong sense for identifying how and where those connections can be met to unlock potential. And by focusing on those connections, I help my clients create cohesive strategies and streamline operations, but also enhance the overall resident experience. And that's the thing I'm most passionate about.
I love it. I've gotten to witness you being very involved with NAA and NMHC. You've built an incredible network in the industry and spoken on many panels. So really appreciate the hard work you're doing, and really excited about your new venture. I would ask you too, what's like your long-term vision as you think about real estate and prop tech? Like, are you adventuring into new worlds? Are you tending to focus in certain verticals?
Yeah, so continuing to stay in multifamily for sure. I think, the long-term vision piece is really interesting. I think it's about reducing friction. I think it's about creating a more integrated and resident-focused ecosystem. And there are tons of smart people in our space working on that. But I think it's really being able to enhance every aspect of property management, from leasing to maintenance, and trying to make everything that our residents experience more personalized and more efficient.
Awesome. Love that. And I think that, it's funny is if we dive over to Matt real quick, Matt Knight, Matt has a lot of experience more on the commercial side. Can you share, Matt, maybe a little bit about the work you're doing and some of the projects you're excited on right now?
Yeah, running the foundation, which is a nonprofit meant to kind of grow the whole ecosystem. And we do lots of fun stuff there. And then running the angel group that I've run for 5 years that just invests in startups and talks about what's going on behind the scenes. And as you said, I do more commercial than resi, but I'm learning resi. I'll grow up one day and I'll try and be like Heather when I grow up and figure some of this resi stuff out.
What's funny is you described resi, because when I first fell into this industry 15 years ago, people describe resi in a different way. And funny enough, you're involved with NAR and Second Century Ventures as well. Can you describe a little bit about maybe the NAR? Because does NAR just do resi, or my belief is they actually go into other sectors as well?
They do. They have an accelerator called Reach, and they have a commercial and a residential arm. And their fund, which is massive, does investments across all of PropTech. In fact, I think they're in the top 5 largest PropTech funds in the world. So they do everything.
Awesome. And I think one of the coolest things too for everyone on the call here, but also online, is that Matt has an extensive background, and what he's doing is giving resources for people. So really a super connector. If you aren't working closely with Matt, be sure to follow him. He does some great updates, but really providing solid resources for others. So appreciate all that you do, Matt, and we'll come back to you. I want to jump now to Heather, because I think Heather, not only have you built an incredible following online, but some of your content is really solid. I'd love to hear a little bit more about what you're excited about right now. Maybe, you cover a lot of topics, but is there a topic, maybe you could share a little bit about your superpower and a topic you're really passionate about?
Sure, absolutely. And trailing in behind the conversation about NAR Reach is really, that's what brought me into the PropTech space. When I worked at NAR, it's been 10 years, but it's also been 10 years since Reach started. So that was sort of where the passion started from. But I think from my perspective, with all the different roles that I've had on the residential real estate side, I think what I'm excited about is we're finally reaching a fever pitch where we have the practitioners and their brokerages and the MLSs and the data providers and the technology companies all finally be able to work together to kind of bring the industry forward. And that's the space that I sit in. Personally, I've done a ton of work on the consulting side. I'm doing work with Pearl Certification right now in-house, introducing them into the residential real estate industry. And so where we're at right now, where we see this groundswell of all of these pieces finally coming together, is going to get us to the point where the agents and the consumers can really work together and take advantage of all of this working together.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, and I'm actually excited to get out to Chicago next week. Will anyone be in Chicago for the IOI Summit next week? Okay.
Yeah.
I know that I'm excited to get out there. So, and obviously we have some events coming up this fall. Next, I do want to ask Lady Vicky. You know, I know you work across the globe and especially in Africa. I'd love to hear maybe a little bit of what you see. You know, maybe that is happening across the different teams that you see, and maybe some things that you bring to market. Like, what are you most excited about with your experience?
Well, thank you so much. And congratulations again to Ravi and his team. Personally, I've been in this industry, real estate industry, for 25 years. Started as a salesperson, run my own brokerage. And then I started looking into Africa because originally I'm from Africa. I live in Chicago, and I might see you at the conference next week. But I because I'm originally from Africa, I traveled to Africa and I realized there's a huge gap that, between real estate markets. There's a huge gap that we needed to fill. And if we are looking into the future, we're looking at global markets, right? So why should we leave Africa behind? So I started looking for resources for Africa, starting with Ghana. I've been able to mobilize resources, help with legislation, help with the association. And one of the main things that, again, I realized was transparency, trust and transparency in the region. And when we talk about trust and transparency, we're talking about data. Data has been one thing that I really want to see Africa improve on property data. And this is what has brought me into the PropTech space. Currently, we're setting up the first MLS in Africa. We're trying to make sure that, we have a fully digital transaction process, property searches, due diligence, transaction closing and transfer of ownership, cross-border transactions, and make sure that, Africa is able to participate globally in the real estate market.
That's awesome. And I'm already thinking of, some of the things I think of bridging the gap, and maybe even technologies you're seeing that are relevant. We think about real estate, it's all about location. As you're talking about going and what not leaving Africa behind, I was kind of curious actually to get Kevin's thought. CoreLogic, is such a large company. Are you all doing work across the globe? I mean, can you share a little bit more about maybe what you're working on, what countries you're in, and what you're really focused on?
Yeah, we're actually we are the MLS provider in a number of different countries. We're actually in 22 countries now, all the way from Brazil down in South America, Mexico to Dubai and Egypt. And we obviously are in the US and Canada. We also have RP data and other assets in Australia. So we are definitely a global MLS provider.
Got it. And what would you say is your superpower, behind obviously the business, but yourself personally and your focus on real estate?
So, as Lady Vicky said as well, my superpower is I was an agent and a broker and owner. So being a prop tech executive and being able to put that personal experience in there is my superpower as far as helping the real estate professionals now.
Awesome. That's helpful. And I do want to jump over to Amy as well. Amy, you built an incredible network. You've launched a platform as well. Can you share a little bit about your superpower of connecting people together and forming this new council?
Okay. Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. I've been in commercial real estate in multifamily, mixed use, office, industrial, hospitality for a long, long time. And actually, I started way back in the day as a general contractor, and I was building retail stores. And in that experience, I mean, over time, I was a GC, and we were in 16 states. And then I became a developer, and I was a private equity firm owner. And I always had, ever since graduating from Purdue and prior to getting into real estate, I was in manufacturing environments. So, and where they're constantly using data and constantly trying to improve. And I get into construction and real estate, and it's like, yeah, we can lose money. It's all good. So when I got into prop tech, I was like, coming from real estate investing land, I was really, there's a group for every group's group in real estate investing. And then I get into prop tech and I was like, where's the group? Like, where is it? I couldn't find a group. And so, of course, I was like, all right, fine, I'll start one. So, and it quickly grew. I've been amazed every day. Really didn't get going until the end of January of this year. And we now have over 850 members in our group in 7 months. We have a fabulous board of directors. John Rogers from CoreLogic is on our board of directors. So we have Alina, I've seen who's chatting in there. She's from Silicon Valley Proptech Association. She's on our board. I have the largest healthcare REIT member is on our board. Because we're asset agnostic, doesn't matter. So we have data centers to healthcare, to multifamily, to IT devices, it's a very broad spectrum on our and very broad spectrum of our members. So we have about 150 startups that are in our group. We have about 300 real estate companies. We have investors and VCs that are in our group, and we also have this university program they were launching this fall. And we're so excited about this program because we're going to be a bridge between the technology that is developed at a university, and we can pair it with a startup so that they can commercialize that technology. So it's super cool to see what's happening there. And we'll also have student chapters. We have 10 universities that are starting student chapters this fall, where we get students into real estate and technology and kind of, be the next generation what this industry is going to be. So our goal really is to be the hub where people can connect. We're a nonprofit trade association. I'm not a venture studio. I'm not a venture accelerator. We will work with those people, but our job is really just a connector. To do those great things. So Matt's group, I've made connections with Matt. Matt's been very gracious to help us. So we can connect with anybody. And we launched our community page on Proptechbuzz. It was one of the very first things. Ravi reached out, and it's been super helpful and useful because as a new community, we don't have the back office engine, we're not, ULI. So they have 85,000 members and they have all this stuff. We're a new community. So using Proptechbuzz in that way to help manage and create those connections and create those spaces and provide sources for our members is super, super useful. I mean, it just really is. But we're still growing every day, and we're getting tons of members that are joining more and more PropTech companies that are in the US. And so it's a super great community. A super great community for sure.
And I caught most of it. I think the internet was going out a little bit, Amy, but that was a great breakdown. And so the next person I want to go to is Giri, because Giri, uniquely enough, I think you may be the only person in this room who's actually had two successful NASDAQ IPOs and then also written a book. So I'd love to hear a little bit more about your story. Like, you tell us more about your book of nothing to NASDAQ and real estate and how you're, what your focus is right now.
So thanks, Chris. Just now, this morning I dropped my second book. So 2 NASDAQ IPOs and 2 books. The second book that I dropped today, the title is No Fees, Just Keys. Heather, from NAR knows, the NAR settlement has opened up a $100 billion new industry. So, we are, one of the early movers in that space. We launched an app. Ravi and his team helped as well. Claire, commissionless AI for real estate. AIRE is, our ticker. I'm wearing the cap. So, this is the ticker. We are traded on NASDAQ. We have been public for almost 9 months now. We did 3 acquisitions in the last 3 months. And any of the Proptechbuzz group members, if you guys are looking for an exit or something like that, reach out to me, on LinkedIn, or Ravi knows my number. We are going to grow very fast through both organic as well as inorganic. And we are going to be in all the 50 states in the US very soon. And obviously, we are going to go across the world as well. I'll have to take Kevin's help and guidance from that on, being on multiple countries. So we are in a very exciting phase. And, I'm really thankful to Ravi and the community that is out here. This is amazing. And congratulations to everybody who is involved in launching this.
Amazing. I can't wait, number one, to read the next book. And number two, we all got to get hats, so we all look sharp. Matt Knight is giving me, he's the only one in this group who's giving me one of his hats, and I like to wear it everywhere.
Chris.
All right. So I do want to make sure too, Kareem, I heard great things about Kareem. We've never met in person, but I hear Kareem has the largest B2B construction platform in the Middle East. But what Ravi told me is it's actually probably going to become one of the largest in the world. So welcome, and I'd love to hear a little bit more about what you're working on and maybe your superpower as well in real estate.
So no pressure whatsoever, right? Listen, my only superpower is persistence. We've been doing this now for over 10 years. We started off when prop tech and construction tech was nowhere near. Long story short, I took over my dad's company, which was the architecture firm, when he passed away. From there, we started looking at how we can improve it. From there, we started building up tools. One of those tools became Protenders, that basically helps the whole industry connect into one. And so for us, it's really to figure out how we can connect everybody in the industry for construction, whether it be developers, suppliers, contractors, consultants, to streamline the whole process. And it's really grown by us listening to what customers wanted. So we're very close to our customers. We're very much on the ground. We've traditionally been very focused on the Middle East. We still are. But we're now doing a lot more work in Saudi, which, as you know, is growing massively. There's a lot of things happening over there. Everybody wants to know how to get into Saudi. So us being a platform that's highly connected with the big things that are happening in that country makes us a very easy first place for people to get into and see what's happening, see who to work with, see how to sell, how to connect with developers. So we're doing quite well. And as part of that, we're building up a platform of customers across the globe, because whether you're a supplier or a contractor or a consultant in the US, in Africa, in Europe, or in Asia, and you want to be part of those projects, you have to come to us to become effectively your entry point to those countries. So that's what we're doing. Very happy to be here. I'm also been very actively investing in prop tech for the past 7-8 years. I mean, most people think there's nothing happening in the Middle East, but there's actually a lot happening in terms of prop tech and construction tech. There's already 2 unicorns that do listings and based in Dubai. And there's a lot of things happening in Saudi on the front of AI, construction, design, generative designs. The whole process is effectively being rebuilt. So you have a massive country that has to build, there's over, I think, 2 trillion worth of projects in the pipeline in Saudi. And so they're trying to see how to accelerate the whole process from designing, building, selling, transacting, and everything else. So it's a massive opportunity for anybody who's interested, and I'm happy to help anybody who wants to know more about it.
That's great. And I definitely want to dive, personally more into construction tech. I think a lot of times, whether it's Matt, maybe Lady Vicky as well, and Amy, all of our different experience in different worlds is, a lot of times the, MLSs or the brokers and a lot of these tech startups are helping with the fintech to show off these beautiful buildings, get a lot of the limelight, but not always the construction, the difficult areas, because the VCs oftentimes don't like to pump the dollars into that very, very high risk early stages. Is that something you see too, Kareem?
Trust me, I know it's been very painful.
Okay.
It's been very painful to raise funds for what we're doing. But listen, we're at a point now where there's more and more funds popping up for what we do, especially in the region. There's, I can't say too much, but there's a few massive announcements coming up very shortly about that in the region.
Awesome. I'd love to ask, anyone else who have thoughts on, obviously we have all these different areas of expertise. And, when we are thinking about, there's the fintech side, there's the hospitality side, but, who else has a strong opinion about construction tech and maybe where construction tech is going to start getting its limelight? Does anyone have any thoughts there?
Yeah, I can jump in on that one. We're seeing more and more construction tech startups coming into our council. We have actually created a forum, a small subgroup of the council for construction tech. And it's just the using AI, using design. Yeah, there's a digital twin doing design and build out with. It looks like my kid could do it because it almost looks like Minecraft or Roblox. I mean, just the building, the way they're changing and designing buildings and using them today, it's really, really cool to see. And and leading the way, like on modular 3D printing. Different ways to build, because that's what's going to save the day at the end of the day, right? I mean, I've been a GC since 2003, right? I'm a third generation contractor, okay? My granddad was a contractor, my dad was a contractor, and I'm a contractor. And it was just the same. We just did it the same way forever and a day. It was always built the same way. And now that we're in this real estate recession that we're in, we have to build differently. We have to design differently. We have to be able to look at the data that's all around us and use it. But yeah, there's really, really cool tech that's coming out right now, and that's very AI enabled, and it's super great for sure.
Yeah.
I think,
Kareem, did you have something?
I think it's a combination of a couple of things. One is the fact that, I mean, there is global warming overall, so there's a need to find new ways to build cheaper, faster, more sustainably, and so there's a lot of companies coming up with different types of concrete, for example. There's also the fact that a lot of the old generations are being replaced by newer generation of people within the industry, and they're used to working with technology. So for them to adopt an AI tool to design a building, or at least to do a feasibility study on how to best design a building, is quite obvious, and so we're seeing that. And the third thing is, also, there's more and more need for people to connect globally, right? Typically, you've done things in a very small geographical location, but if you need to start scaling up across different countries or different regions, it becomes much more difficult to do it the old way. So now that we're seeing much more, regionalization or globalization, there's more and more need for IT to come in. And the last thing that I wanted to say is what's happening is actually GCs. A lot of the bigger ones are starting to have their own VC arms, whether it be in Europe, in the US, or in Asia, or in the Middle East. Most of the investors pumping money in Contact are not general VC. They're really more contractors that understand the need for it and are deploying $100, $200, $300 million to invest in that particular sector. One of the first ones that was doing it is a company called Brick and Mortar VC, which actually came out of forgot the name. But anyway, one of the big GCs. Forgot the name right now. Bechtel. There you go. Thank you, Matt.
Awesome. Yeah. See, we can all finish each other's sentences here. On what Kareem was just sharing, I'd like to go to Lady Vicky next about collaboration. Like, how do you think about collaborating? Because obviously with MLSs, right, it's a ton of collaboration, construction tech, and as you mentioned, going from market to market, the expertise between even niche markets like Chicago to Atlanta to South Africa. Want to get your thoughts, how you think about collaboration. How do you build your network?
Well, yeah, collaboration is key. And in this space, I think that collaborating with institutions are the most important. Once you get involved with institutions such as NAR, FIAPSI, IREM, RISO is an organization that we also collaborate with. Now, if you do not collaborate, then you can't get the resources, you can't get all the education and all the trends and analysis that are changing every day. PropTech is an industry that's changing. It's changing every day. The internet is changing. People's needs are changing all the time. So you really need to get into collaboration with key industry stakeholders to be able to keep up the game. And so we are staying ahead of that. We are making sure that we're attending all events. There's several events that we have to attend this year before the end of the year. And so that's part of the things that we're doing. We're working with Stellar MLS, we're working with RISO, we're working with so many other organizations that can all come together to build this huge industry. When we talk about multiple listing services, yes, originally we would do MLSs locally, in different states, in different associations have different MLSs. But at the end of the day, when we all come together, we'll be able to share data amongst ourselves. It's becoming a global trend right now. It's becoming a global industry, not local anymore. So people in Nigeria want to be able to see properties in the US, in Maryland. I mean, I've had people in Nigeria who own property actually in Maryland and want to sell. There are people also in Maryland that want to go to Africa to buy property. We want to be able to bring that together. We want to be able to get involved with all these associations, all these institutions, so that we can make the data available for them. We can help them make their investment decisions.
That's great. And we'd like to go to Heather next, because you see so many different companies and they might be going after one sector. They might be going after whether, let's say, student housing versus hospitality versus, residential versus commercial. And then you have different markets. How do you think about like collaborating across markets? How have you thought about building your network? Because I think you have hundreds of followers now online. Have you met most of those people online? Like, how do you engage all of these people across different markets?
I do have the opportunity to connect in real life with a lot of people at different conferences, for sure. But that's actually a great point of collaboration, right? We're on the residential side, an industry of change currently. And the way that the different segments and audiences are impacted by change, and the way that they're adjusting business practices around that, means that, the tectonic plates are shifting, right? So when it comes to collaboration and connection, it's almost like going on a listening journey with the different communities, whether we're talking, again, I'm going to go back to sort of the audiences I talked about earlier with, the boots on the street agents and the way that they're affected by change versus, how that flows up to the MLSs or the brokerages or the associations. And, listening to how these pain points are shifting, listening to the way that the practice of doing business changes, allows us to bring that information up to the enterprise level and help make technology decisions, product decisions, development decisions that are going to answer the immediate need versus where the need was 2 years ago or 5 years ago or even 6 months ago, right? It's staying nimble and making sure all of those stakeholders have a voice in where this industry is heading.
That's great. And Sarah, I want to get your take, because obviously you have a lot of experience. You've seen companies, a lot of your network companies who make change and let change pass them by. And so we'd love to kind of get your take around collaboration, how you've thought about collaboration. Is this NAR is going through a lot of change, but also commercial. What are your thoughts about that? Is commercial going through major changes, or do you think it's back to doing the basics?
I think it's a blend of both, Chris. And I would echo some of what Heather said about the value of doing a listening tour. I've done that a number of times. And I think really understanding for us, the boots on the ground folks are the people who are physically leasing apartments. And if they don't have the tools they need to do their jobs well, then none of the rest of us in the multifamily space are able to do our jobs well. And so I think about the value of really making sure that people's voices at different levels are heard and incorporated and taken from the sort of the boots on the ground, street level folks, all the way up to the C-suite, because it's so important for us to be unified. And if we aren't able to really understand customer expectations or renter expectations, it's incredibly challenging for us to be able to drive any sort of innovation or growth that's meaningful. We're sort of shouting into the void and making uneducated decisions if we're really not listening and taking that collaboration to heart.
Awesome. And I want to tie it back to you, Matt, to kind of round us out. You put out a weekly update on LinkedIn. You cover a lot of different sectors. I think you're one of the most, wouldn't say vague, but you're the most topical, touching on all these different areas. You do go into hardware and really difficult areas. But love to give you the last chance on the mic to share your thoughts.
On which part? Share my thoughts on which part?
Maybe collaboration. You can talk a lot about a lot of things, but how you're bringing together, your work with the commercial side, with the resi side, the construction tech side. Yeah.
So it depends, right? I mean, you've talked about it before, going to events, going to things like this, meeting people, learning, because I'm the least intelligent on this call, and that's fine. So I listen when these guys talk, and then hosting happy hours, giving people free alcohol tends to get them to show up. That's been one of my hacks. It's been nice. And then the thing about writing is when it's out there, people tell you when I'm wrong and stupid, and then I get to revise my thinking and change it for next time. And so publishing articles, weekly updates, I mean, it's all sort of part of feedback loops and just getting in front of other people.
Awesome. And yeah, definitely take Matt up. I think that's the greatest thing is just getting out to some of these events. You know, like Ravi mentioned earlier, you can't get to every event. There's real estate events every single day. You all might know Bob Knackle. Bob Knackle tries to hit over 200 events a year out of New York, which is just absolutely insane. But that's how you become the best at your craft. So I think that's what's cool here is that, you know, with the platform, whether it's Amy, you know, Heather, you know, Sarah, even Matt, you know, we all have different platforms we use. But how do we get people connecting the dots more and more and sharing these ideas and having these collisions, as I like to call them? So no, I really appreciate it. And Lady Vicky will definitely have to sync up in New York. Sorry, in Chicago next week. I think there were some people in the comments saying they're going to be at IOI Summit as well. So we'll definitely have to sync maybe on a happy hour on Wednesday night. And I know our good friend Drew Myers is doing some stuff with NAR, I think on Wednesday and Thursday as well. So, but yeah, I want to welcome again, say thank you to everyone who's here for all the great questions in the audience. And then I do want to make sure, I think Ravi's going to hop back in and tie us up for the day. And make sure you follow these people on their platforms and know that a lot of these people will be in the chat, especially with I'm gonna be joining. I'm excited to join your community, Amy. And Heather, and so I'm going to be following you all on this platform as well. But there's Ravi. There we go. Oh, we can't hear you, Ravi. You're on mute. It sounds like, or your audio is not connected.
Thank you, Chris. That's why we got Chris. He's the best. He's the best podcaster. He's the best host. That's why we love him. That's why he's called Mr. PropTech. Okay, more people should know. Just Google Mr. PropTech, and you'll find who he is. So thanks, Chris, for that. I just wanted to highlight our next. Am I still mute? No. Next events, next community launch is multifamily community launch. As I said, with Adrian in the team now, we have some big goals on how we can add value to multifamily. So we are launching multifamily community launch on the 26th August. So the highlight will be we'll get again a lot of expert guests and senior folks from the multifamily industry, led by Adrian. That is on the 26th. Post that, we are also launching the International Student Accommodation Forum. That is going to be our official community for global student housing. That is again a huge industry by itself, and we'll get lots of senior panelists also there. So those are the two forums to watch out for. With that, also wanted to, because we promised that we'll do a winner announcement, and I wanted to just share with you on who the winner is. And it seems like hands down, Karim has been very popular today. So Karim, your comment has received the maximum number of likes. I do not know. Yeah, just I think I took a liking to your comment. So where is it, Karim Halal?
Thank you. It was very basic, but thank you.
Yeah, so that's how it is. So Karim wins hands down, and you win a $100 Amazon gift card. Excellent. All right. So let's
see. It pays to be on Proptechbuzz. There you go.
Yeah. No bribing there. This was all organic. Okay, democratically voted. Excellent. So that's a wrap. Chris, any closing thoughts?
I'm just excited to I think a lot of people who I've gotten to meet have here today that we've had in the audience are people who I've gotten to meet in the industry, either virtually or at events. And I think for me, it's funny because you find your crew and you find the things you're most passionate about and you really enjoy working on. And then, there's people like Matt and Sarah, and, I'm going to get to know more of you even more so, but, we go down the rabbit hole for hours on some of these topics. And you almost have to tell us to stop talking because we enjoy it so much. So watch out, Lady Vicky. We're gonna have some fun next week when we're in Chicago. And when you're all coming to Atlanta or have plans to come to Atlanta, since Matt Knight left, I now have to be the honorary PropTech host here. So when you come here, please be sure to look me up. We'll put something together. We'll go out. I love to go check out buildings, check out locations. And I'm just excited to learn about everyone's business and what you're focused on. I think that's the great thing here is, ask for help in the chat, ask for resources, they're out there, and that's why I love this industry. So you got the best in the business right here. Looking forward to helping everyone. So thanks everyone for spending your time with us.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody. Bye-bye.
All right, make it a great day. See y'all soon.
Have a blessed day, everyone.
Take care, guys. Nice to meet you all. Take care.